was here between 1977 and 84 after being signed from Dundee. Won 2 league championships, 3 Scottish Cups, a European Cup Winners' Cup, and 50 Scotland caps over a 12-year period, also including his time at Manchester United and Leeds. Well, left here in 1984, 21 long years ago, Gordon Strachan. And he certainly was a hero in his playing days.
I think it's safe to say he's been a hero wherever he's been. Gordon Strachan, great servant.
So Zaraski and Lennon waiting for the whistle from referee Charlie Richmond. And a very important match about to commence. The rain falling steadily, although the pitch looks in immaculate condition, replaced in the summer at a substantial cost, £300,000, and certainly looking very good indeed, despite the heavy downpour we've had over the last 36 hours or so in Aberdeen.
I think you'll be looking for a quick start from both teams today, trying to set the tempo. Treacherous conditions for defenders.
Well, there's the first pass through the middle there from Petrov, and you would expect Celtic to try to get at that back three of Aberdeen. 20-year-olds Andy Diamond, 20-year-old Jamie Wins, and 18-year-old Andrew Considine. I can't think of many managers apart from Jimmy Calderwood who'd be brave enough to do that. Here's Steve McManus, we headed away at Celtic back 5, broken up for the first time after 18 matches playing together. Mo Camara is out this afternoon. Ross Wallace comes in, and that certainly did produce a substantial level of consistency. Kev McNaughton playing wide on the right hand side of a 4-man midfield. Jamie Smith playing wide right in the front 3. Very ambitious formation this for Aberdeen. Clearly want to try to win this match. There's no question of containment being the main target. That's blocked there by Crawford.
Good closing down there from Aberdeen in the Aberdeen midfield area. And so that's a major part of the game. It's going to be won or lost in there. Aberdeen have started, been right up against every loose ball.
So familiar Celtic formation, the back 4, Telford, Balde, McManus and Wallace, Shunsuke and Nakamura wide on the right, Lennon and Petrov in the engine room, and Aidan McGeady out on the left, Watson and Zaraski the penetration providers through the middle.
A little bit of indecision there between Andy Diamond and Winter. Finally got it sorted out. It's very important. Those 3 young players at the back do communicate. As I say, between them and the Barry Nicholson, it's a big talking area where they need to keep in close touch.
Aberdeen's last home win against Celtic was back in December 2001, 4 years ago, when they won by 2-0. Darren Mackey was a scorer that day. The last 2 victories Aberdeen have had against Celtic have been at Celtic Park. Here's Petrov, tackled by Nicholson, riding the tackle well. The referee waiting to see if the advantage was possible. It wasn't. So Celtic have a free kick.
So we see again the midfield biting very quickly in there as soon as it goes into the danger area.
Headed away by Winter. That's Muirhead. There's no question, well, as Aberdeen have lined up in a 3-4-3 formation, it does lend itself, this squad of players lend itself to various formations, Mark. They could adapt very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the wider men just slide back into playing full-back positions. You can end up playing 5 at the back. But Jimmy Calder don't want that to happen too much today. I think you want the wider men pushed into the more advanced areas of the pitch, keep his team up the pitch, keep his team going forward.
Interesting too that Chris Clark has been deployed on Stilian Petrov. Misunderstanding there between McNaughton and Smith, allowing Petrov to collect. Now Hartson. This is Balde. Real sign of the times, the quality of this surface, Mark, and in the middle of December, middle of winter, after some shocking weather, it looks terrific. Here's Winter under pressure, he's done extremely well. Ryan Essen well out, but that kind of understanding that develops over many matches could possibly be there as far as Essen and Winter are concerned. Good ball from Nakamura. Here's Petrov striding away from Considine, looks up inside, checks, waits for the opportunity, and it's too high for Harson. A real opportunity there for Celtic. Petrov very patient indeed. That's Wallace now with the cross. Winter did just enough. Now Petrov again. Good block by Considine.
Yeah, let's see the runs that man there will be looking to make. The narrow three at the back for Aberdeen. There'll be spaces behind the five-man midfield of Aberdeen, and that man's got plenty of energy to get in there.
Header away was by Diamond. This is Crawford. Wide for Jamie Smith. Heavy challenge there on Crawford. He's in trouble. So worry for Aberdeen right away.
It's important that that man uses his experience. Stevie Crawford gets hold of the ball. Bit of a loose layoff there. It's important that he keeps hold of the ball and blends the midfield play in. Baldy just catching him right on the instep there. It's a sore one. And there's Petrov getting in behind. The Aberdeen 5 in midfield. A let off.
Well, Jimmy Nicholl has taken the opportunity from the bench at Aberdeen to give instructions to the skipper, Kevin McNaughton. Maybe some tinkering already with the formation. The nasty challenge that. Baldy really stood on that instep and the ankle of Crawford.
Yeah, on the ankle bone or Achilles tendon where it attaches itself to the heel. It's always sore and stiffen up pretty quickly.
Familiar figure of Davy Wiley leads off Crawford. Essens free kick. Good leap there by Smith. Getting above Ross Wallace, as you might expect, mind you. So Winter has time here, and he's a very, very good footballer, Jamie Winter. Main consideration, I think, for him has been mobility and pace. He certainly has lots of ability in his feet. This is Nakamura. Now it's Telfer. Telfer again. Winter did just enough. This is awkward for Smith with Wallace. Wallace made the challenge. Here's Petrov. Back it comes to Lennon. And Baldy. Celtic intent on retaining possession. A real feature of the Gordon Strachan era. Much more direct in the past. The long balls will go to the front much quicker. Cross it comes to Telfer. Here's Zaraski making a very good turn away from Considine. Once again, Lennon quite content to play the ball back. Petrov can use McManus in space now. They come striding forward. Purposeful. Wallace. This is McGeady under pressure from McNaughton. That's good play by McGeady. Here's Wallace. Know each other very well, these two. Been together. The youth team in reserves for a long time. Nakamura now stepping away there from Nicholson. Bundled over by Byrne. Sometimes a little bit rash, Richie Byrne. No need for a foul to be committed there.
We'll just get on a little bit impatient there. Just to show Nakamura across the pitch. But good passage of play there from Celtic. Retention of the ball. Out to the left, back out to the right. No hurried pass at all, forced pass.
Wallace over the free kick. Baldy and McManus have gone forward. It's well won by Considine. Baldy wins it again though, and Essen happy to collect without any real challenge. Well, let's get some observation of the touchline from our reporter there, Scott Booth.
Yes, Jock, it's really the worst possible scenario for Aberdeen at the back. You know, that Russell Anderson being out today, he normally pulls Xander Diamond through in games like this. And also at the back with Andrew Considine and Jimmy Winter, they'll have never played together at the back, especially in the back three. And you can see already that the runs from Petrov are causing problems, especially down that left side of defence for Aberdeen. And Celtic will be trying to take advantage of that.
Well, an offside flag there, that wouldn't have counted. Stevie Crawford was offside when Clark had the shot at goal. So there was no difficulty there for Celtic in defence.
Well, that's what needs to happen more from Aberdeen. It's early into the game, but the central two midfield players need to drive forward and need to put Celtic two centre-halves under pressure.
Well, very interesting point made by Scott Booth, Mark. It seems quite interesting to see that Diamond and Considine are being deployed as markers with Winter as sweeper. They're not playing a flat back three as some teams do.
No, one should step off. I would have expected Winter. He's the footballing man of the three there, just to step off, pick the ball up, and then try and pass the ball out if he can get time on the ball. But as you say, a lot of inexperience between the three there. Not ideal. The last minute, if you're a manager.
Your heads lay off. Yes, they're a huge onus normally in Russell Anderson to hold the defence together, to cajole players through and look after them at the back. Remember, he suffered from a severe migraine headache yesterday and hasn't made a good enough recovery to play. This is Zuraski, now Hartson. Really up from McGeady. Unfamiliar territory this for Hartson, but you can tell his footwork's good. He's a really good passer of the ball. This is Nakamura against Byrne. Goes to both sides very effectively, Nakamura. That makes it hard for defenders. Measured that for Petrov. The cross comes in. It's a difficult one for Essen in these treacherous wet conditions. He took that very well indeed. Conditions worsening by the minute.
Poor play there from Aberdeen. Those passes on, just a misplaced pass, and the pressure straight back on again. Need to retain the possession.
Possession suggesting there Celtic are beginning to dominate the game. 60-40 in possession terms. Good challenge made at the back there by McNaughton. This is Smith to Diamond. Well, I'm sure that the early stages of the match are the most worrying times for the management of Aberdeen to see this young defence settle. Crawford helps it on. That's Balde. Willis couldn't keep it in. Well, a major test indeed. The Aberdeen side. Stevie Crawford, the senior citizen at 31. Jamie Smith, one of the senior players too, he's just 25. So too is Chris Clark in the centre of midfield. Asking a lot of Richie Byrne, no chance of getting there.
It's a tough pass in these conditions, but if you're going to be trying to make those sort of passes, they're the ones you need to be up the side of the centre half through the centre of the pitch. Get the big guys trying to turn around in these wet conditions. Very, very slippery, very treacherous.
Gordon Strachan looking on. They're certainly enjoying a lot of possession, his team, but not showing a lot of penetration as yet. Diamond challenging Hartson. Hartson thought he was fouled. Balde to McManus. His 19th consecutive match. 20th, in fact. 20th consecutive match for McManus. Boric, 11 shutouts in 18 he's had this season. Impressive record, 5 in the last 7 games. Taking all the time in the world to get this ball positioned correctly. Considine did well. It's a good pass too to find Muirhead. Now Crawford drifted off to the left. Now McNaughton. Smith. Point to prove for Jamie Smith against the club when he started his career. Enjoyed some good times as well, some first team action. This is Byrne. Well, a very long way out for Richie Byrne. He really couldn't expect to beat Arthur Boric in there, surely.
Yeah, speculative there from Richie Byrne, but looking at the conditions, hopefully that was going to bounce just in front of Boric. First effort on goal for Aberdeen. Pretty comfortable for that man there. It's coming what has been a problem position for Celtic for a number of years. Done extremely well.
Celtic get the throw. It's deflected as the challenge is made by Hartson. Paul Telfer will take this. Well, a year ago today, Paul Telfer was playing for Southampton at Old Trafford against Manchester United in a 3-goal defeat against goal scorers Scholes, Rooney and Ronaldo. Here's Telfer again, looking for the head of Hartson, but that's played too long. Harmlessly wide and behind. So Aberdeen, I think, Mark, entitled to feel fairly satisfied at the opening quarter of an hour.
Yeah, I think so. I think Jimmy Caldwell will be quite pleased. Talking between the back threes, getting a little bit better. It was a little bit disjointed for the first 5 or 10 minutes, as you'd expect. But I think they've been at the pace of the game. They've started to put a few passes in the more advanced areas of the park. I think he'll be quite pleased the way things are going at the moment.
Now McGeady. Across it goes in the back four for Celtic, but it's McManus who plays it long. They're asked to get up very well to that. The traditional play of Considine was good. Muirhead helping that on. Only 2 players, in fact, over the age of 25 in this Aberdeen side. And that's Barry Nicholson at 27 and Steve Crawford at 31. Aberdeen tending to sit a little bit deep. Once the ball is in that Celtic half, they're funneling back. They're not pressing the ball, allowing the back four all the possession they want. Celtic. Guided down by Hartson. That was well read by Clark. These pass backs, though, potentially treacherous in these conditions. Superb play by Lennon. Oh, really. I thought he chested that down very well indeed. Charlie Richmond had a better view though. He said it was handball.
It's Charlie Richmond looking straight at the play there. Yeah, and obviously coming off the chest and then onto the arm. I think that's what Charlie Richmond is saying. You see it here, look.
He is unlucky though.
He's just unlucky, yeah, but the referee's there, running in the right position.
Here's Smith. Helped inside by Clark. That's good play by Clark. Playing his 149th match for Aberdeen. Byrne. Muirhead. Couldn't control that well enough. Tidy passing by Celtic. That's where you see the edge and quality from time to time. It's the way the ball is passed. And another by Balde. This is Nicholson. He's turned well. Ran straight into Neil Lennon, and Telfer closed in to help the central defence.
Good work from Stevie Crawford on Baldy there. Aberdeen have been good at in 17 minutes, getting close on players, not giving a lot of time for the Celtic players to get their heads up and make passes.
Jimmy Nicholl not happy at all. He's giving some stick with Jamie Winter. Why, I don't know. It must be his positional play that is worrying the Aberdeen assistant manager. Remember, Jimmy Calderwood not on the bench. The irony being that this is where dugouts were invented, way back in the 20s, and the manager can't sit in one this afternoon because he's been banished. Comments to an official. Won by Hartson. Off for Considine. Zuraski holding him off. Good cover though. Byrne and Winter coming to Considine's rescue.
Yeah, Considine just getting himself in 6s and 7s there. Letting the ball go over his head. Should try and attack that at its highest point. But recovered. Especially in these conditions, Jock. I don't think defenders should be letting anything bounce, just clearing the areas.
Clearance there by McManus. Well, it's proving difficult to keep these flowing passing movements going through midfield. Some very tight marking and tough challenges being made. Kevin McNaughton missed 5 matches with an ankle injury. Came back last week and now skippers aside this afternoon for Aberdeen. So here's Ross Wallace, who played his only other start this year for Celtic against Media Bratislava at home. 4-0 victory, which wasn't enough to keep Celtic in the competition. Back it comes now to Balde. This is Winter. Well, this is what you would like to see a sweeper do, is stepping out like that to play passes. Ball gathering pace off the surface, away there from both Nicholson and McManus.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. They're just coming into the space, continental style. Space in front of you, come and play in the midfield area. Try and release players being marked in front of you.
Very good dead ball kicker, Boric. And very good in the air, Hartson. Beyond Zurawski. Turned away effectively there by Telfer. Richie Burden came here from Dunfermline, like Barry Nicholson and Steve Crawford. Played for Jimmy Calderwood there. Started his career at Shamrock Rovers. Don Gibbons was the player who recommended him to Dunfermline, under 21 manager of the Republic of Ireland. This is Chris Clark. Unlucky there for Smith, standing in the ball. Now the break led by Lennon McGeady. Driven pass, well cut off by Considine. Muirhead playing it inside. An error by Balde. Crawford trying to take advantage. Needs support, gets it from Byrne from left midfield. And he's on his own now, he's isolated here. There's just nowhere for him to go. That was not good play by Aberdeen. They left Byrne with the ball and no one went to it to help him. Petrov now switching the play. Forward comes Wallace. McGeady promising for Celtic. Juravski's gone offside. Clearly offside. Well, the flag did not go up because it was cut off by Aberdeen. Sure it would have done had it reached them. Here's Nakamura. Sliding the pass in towards Hartson. Excellent tackle by Considine. Top class play by the youngster.
Super defending there from Considine. Watch the ball all the way. Man's deadly in that penalty box. Never took his eyes off the ball. A great tackle.
And that on his allegedly weaker side too. That's a left-sided player.
These sort of things gives the young players confidence. Very important tackle.
His dad had a similar impact for a while here at Pittodrie, playing for Aberdeen, along with Gordon Strachan. In the late 70s, early 80s. Centre back and left back he was. Gordon Strachan was a teammate. Along with all very fine players from the Cleach Miller defensive era. Nakamura running straight into the strong left leg of Byrne. Across it comes now to McManus. Seeing a lot of the ball at the back. McGeady dropping short, once more involved in the play. Good return from Hartson. And McNaughton did well. Essen careful with the clearance. Remember our man of the match competition? You can win a signed shirt from the man of the match. If your selection agrees with that of Mark Haley at the end of the match, all you have to do is call 0901 65 65 515 from the Republic of Ireland. Call 1513 712 and you can text MOTMH or MOTMP space player's name 85010. And the best of luck very early on. Time to think about that right now, but free kick goes there to Celtic.
Zander Diamond, I think, just guilty of catching Zurawski with an arm, I think. Is he going up for a wee little push?
Well, this is very dangerous for the Aberdeen defence because Nakamura has already demonstrated genuine expertise on scored one against Motherwell at Celtic Park a short time back, which flew into the top corner. And the wall is 5 in all. The referee being very careful about the positioning of the ball, Charlie Richmond.
Nice little smile on Charlie Richmond's face as well. Nakamura just trying to gain an extra couple of feet.
I can't believe anyone bar Nakamura will take this. Petrov over the ball too. Well, didn't have the elevation to get up and over the wall first. That's a great pass. Here's Telfer now. Good opportunity. And Aberdeen living very dangerously indeed. Game is stopped. Wallace in possession because Chris Clark was injured. He was the player who made the block inside the wall. And clearly the referee's concerned about his well-being.
I find that incredible, Joe. into a position that Celtic get themselves in. I think Chris Cole obviously has been winded from the free kick. I think that's just a ridiculous decision to be made. A goal-scoring opportunity for Celtic there. Obviously, I think Chris Clark right in the rib cage, knocking the stuffing out of him to pull the game off at that particular junction.
The fourth official, Callum Murray, getting a bit of complaint from Gordon Strachan. Well, he can't do much about it. But the decision was very, very strange indeed, because it wasn't as if it was a head injury or anything. It was clearly serious.
Well, for me, as soon as he went down, he could see he'd been winded and the stuffing had knocked out of him. I thought the game was only to be held up if it was a serious injury or a head injury. Jock, that's my interpretation of the law.
Well, that's very unkind to Celtic. They were in an excellent attacking position. Now, no doubt, Ryan Esler giving the ball back here, but there's not much consolation there. Some difference having the ball in that position compared to the edge of the box with Ross Wallace in lots of space. Now, the little niggling worry that comes into your mind, Mark, is whether or not the referee will be tempted shortly to compensate for that.
To even things up. We've seen it done before.
It's a human reaction. It's
yes,
not a conscious one, and he won't do it consciously, but it will be interesting to see what happens. This is Muirhead. Chris Clark's been waved back on the field of play, so he's coming back on to make the Aberdeen side return to its full complement of 11. Here's Lennon. Nakamura's layoff. Aberdeen content to let Celtic have the ball in that deep position, conserving energy to not pressing the ball in that area.
Yeah, just filling in the spaces behind, saying come on, try and beat us with a good pass.
Well, this challenge was good on Crawford. This is Nakamura. Hartson's layoff finds Petrov. He has McGeady on the left, now sprinting inside. Here's Hartson, a playmaker role with Nakamura. Ready for the run made by Wallace on the left. McGeady takes over. This is Zurawski. Good defending around the box by Aberdeen. Now McGeady can take on McNaughton. McNaughton strong enough and quick enough to make that challenge.
It's good patient play again there from Celtic. Jock didn't force the ball, didn't force the issue, just kept retention of the ball. Recycled out from the left to the right. Unforced. Patient play.
Telfer's long throw. Breaks back to Nakamura. Diamond first to that ball before Hartson. There's Arthur Warwick's relative his goal. Very sure-footed indeed. Diamond's header collected by Lennon. They do defend the box very well, Aberdeen.
Got the numbers in there, they're very tight and forcing the ball down the side. There's not a lot of space in there, to play the little 1-2s around the two centre halves and the sweeper.
Well, advantage allowed there. I'm sure that would have been a foul. The tackle behind by Diamond and Hartson. Richmond allowed play to flow. Here's Nicholson.
I think this is where Aberdeen are letting themselves down. They're getting stifled. They need to retain the ball, but get it out the other side. That's where they've got the overload.
Good play from Aberdeen. Here's Muirhead now. Can he deliver this? It's a very disappointing ball back inside. And the referee's holding things up here. He's going to have words with a Celtic player, Bobo Balde. He's giving a free kick to Aberdeen. And we'll see why in just a second.
There's a lunge there. Just catching Byrne with the trailing foot. I think that's where Aberdeen in the midfield area, they're getting into one side. And with the five-man midfield, they've got that extra overload on the far side and not changing the play quick enough at the moment for me.
Jamie Smith might fancy this. Scored 7 times already in his Aberdeen career. That's very close to 8. Whoa, very well struck by Smith. Boric was clearly satisfied it was going wide.
Yeah, a lot of action on the ball, too much action. Super technique, keeping the ball with plenty of pace, getting it up and down. There's too much curve on it.
The man in the stand, Jimmy Calderwood, the Aberdeen manager. wired up to Jimmy Nicholl on the bench below.
I wouldn't fancy being sat next to Jimmy Calderwood up there, but he's getting a bit of an earache.
It's well won by Hartson. Awkward for Diamond. There's Zarafsky now with a chance. Corner kick's given. Well, Zarafsky will never get a better chance than that. Xander Diamond's back header was short.
Yeah, 6s and 7s here. Zarafsky played on the mistake, but great save there from Ryan Essen, keeping his side in it. Xander Diamond just caught on his heels. Robbie Winter just caught out of position, got caught too tight. Up on Zarafsky.
Nakamura's corner. Essen comes for that, and Petrov beat him to the ball. Couldn't keep the header down. Excellent run by Petrov, this.
It's that customary late run into the box there. Petrov, big and brave, gets up there. Just can't get over top of the ball enough. We're just getting back to the incident that led up to it. But that's that lack of experience for Robbie Winter. He sees his centre half is under pressure, must allow himself to drop an extra 5 or 10 yards to compensate for that. But failed to do that.
A very fine save it was by Ryan Essen. I thought that was a straightforward miss by Zarafsky, but Essen deserves great credit. Here's Petrov. Back with McGeady looking for a shooting chance. Denied the space by McNaughton. Now Wallace. Back with Nakamura. Patient play from Celtic around the box. Probing for the opening. Nakamura beautifully tackled there by Smith. And very good play in the end by McNaughton. Wallace blocks that for the goal kick.
Yeah, Aberdeen are doing that well. Stifling that middle area around the D in the 18-yard box, forcing Celtic to carry the ball across the face of the goal into the wider areas.
Well, still Celtic dominating territorially and in terms of possession, I'm sure. But Aberdeen hanging on, battling very hard indeed. Baldi header. That's Considine trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Diamond timing for that, knocking over his own player. Challenge there by McManus, penalised by the referee. It was Crawford who felt the brunt of that.
It's important he continues to do this. Stevie Crawford, try and get on the end of things, try and keep the ball close.
Winter's free kick. Nakamura marking Muirhead. Throw goes to Celtic. Larson very strong in this position, holding up Considine. Real learning experience for the youngster. That's McManus. Baldi, not too many options ahead, therefore square pass looks more appropriate for Telfer. The layoff from Zarafsky, a little bit heavy for Hartson. And Nakamura. Looking for McGeady. Considine steps in. Well, Considine playing his 9th game for Aberdeen. 5 starts, 3 sub appearances so far. Burner had to hurry. Giving it straight to McManus. This is McGeady. Still some very sharp, effective passing from Celtic, but not yet too often in the final third. That's down to the work of Aberdeen.
Not too many penetrating balls through the middle. Aberdeen are making it difficult because they've got numbers in there.
Misjudged there by Clark, not by Petrov though. Zarafsky tackled in the back by Considine. Advantage will applied because Petrov has the ball, despite the fact Zarafsky's down. Here's Nakamura. And Hartson now wants the referee to get attention for Zarafsky. The game has not yet been stopped by the referee. Now this is the difficulty he created with the earlier decision. Yep. That's that kind of equalisation problem that comes up. He was determined not to do what he thought was wrong there, and the referee's going to take some action here.
John Hartson was just testing him there. I think if you're a Celtic player, you kick it straight into touch, but I can't believe that wasn't a foul on Zurawski. It was a clear tackle from behind.
He's now having a warning for Considine. He's talking to Considine now about that tackle. It's a clear foul.
A clear foul from behind. And a strange decision there from the referee. Has a word with him afterwards, but doesn't give a free kick. Where's the logic in that?
Well, go to strike it again under Callum Murray. But you see, I think the referee knows that he was wrong the first time with Chris Clark, and therefore found himself in a big dilemma there about what to do because of what he'd done earlier.
Yeah, because of a mistake he made. Absolutely. There's that tackle again. Considine, Zurawski, just taking him out on the left leg, nowhere near the ball.
And the advantage that was given was so remote. I mean, it was back to Petrov in really the middle of the field with no real opportunity to make anything of that. Well, Gordon Strachan can't quite follow that. And Keith Sorby over there on the line, equally amused. Zurawski is coming back though. He's back on the field of play. Apparently none the worse. A heavy knock from behind. It was a worry that when you're a player back from injury taking a strong tackle like that. There's McManus forward. It's collected by McGeady. Retains the ball well, McGeady. Comfortable on either side, left and right. Well, it looks to me like a situation, Mark, which is really tailor-made for Petrov to provide that extra attacking thrust from a midfield run to support the front two. Alexander Diamond's clearance.
I said before the game, yeah, that midfield area with the battlefield. I think a lot of the play's been done in there across the pitch. Good retention from Celtic, good pressure from Aberdeen. There's not been a lot of goalmouth incidents. Essen, good save. Budic, straightforward shot from Byrne from about 35 yards. From apart from that, it's been pretty quiet.
For that contest, though, the man marking of Chris Clark and Petrov is so important in the match. Here's Petrov getting away from him because Clark slipped a moment ago. Petrov's pass. This is Zurawski setting up Hartson. That's a miscue. I regret trying to be as clever as he was there, Hartson.
Yeah.
More orthodox ball would have paid off.
That was nearly one of those great passes. If it goes in and stays in, Nakamura on the far post. It was just a cheeky chip that went wrong there.
A chance for Jamie Smith there, and that's possession given up too easily from the Aberdeen point of view. Jimmy Nicholl not a happy man about that. Sandy Clark, his lieutenant for this afternoon. This is Winter. That's a good pass. Muirhead. Off goes Byrne at pace. Chelford tries to match him. And Barry Nichols has controlled that well. That's a disappointing ball across. Much too high and long, but Smith is doing something with that. That's good play by Smith. Held up well by Wallace. Oh, he tried to tee it up for Muirhead. Petrov was in the way.
It's better play though from Aberdeen. That's the sweep for Winter, getting on the ball and finding that pass and get that Aberdeen going forward. Not done enough of that for me in the first half.
Foul by Hartson on Diamond. Free kick to Aberdeen. Flying right arm, I think, the problem.
Yeah, the flying arm again, as most strikers do, and centre halves must be said. As soon as the ball's up there, arms go up automatically.
It's well won by Telfer. Good header down by Nakamura. That's for Zurawski. What a wonderful interception by Considine. Well, the young man is warming to the task. Remember, just 18 years old.
There's only one winner of that ball there. That was Considine. Nakamura didn't want any of it. Total commitment to the tackle there. Nice to see.
Well, Jimmy Calderwood in communication with the bench. Diamond strongly on Hartson. This is Clark. Space on the right for McNaughton. McNaughton needs some help. Chris Clark under pressure, doing very well indeed to shrug off McGeady. That's a foul, surely. Well, if they allow the advantage again because Aberdeen kept the ball. That's a good pass. Came from Winter through to Smith. A little bit ambitious there, Jamie Smith, trying to take on a little bit too much perhaps. Here's Petrov. Now McGeady. Oh, it's a lovely sleight of foot again from McGeady. Hartson. A little bit obvious. Well intercepted by Byrne. Well, disappearing of a blind alley there, Richie Byrne. Never got his head up to see what was happening around him. Now he could be struggling. Nakamura's in behind him. Diamond didn't need to play that. That's good play by McNaughton. Remember a man of the match competition. See if you can identify the top player and agree with Mark Haitley, then you win a signed shirt with that man of the match if you are the lucky winner of the draw. These are the numbers to call, the text addresses to use, and a number of candidates beginning to emerge, I think. Back it comes to Telfer. This is Lennon. Well, Aberdeen, I'm certain they'll be very satisfied if they can play it the next 5 minutes and go to half-time level with their reconstituted team and with these young players. Beginning to get some belief perhaps about them, but this is always a key phase of the match. Celtic have a habit of scoring goals late in the half. Taking the throw from a Celtic supporter in the stand there. And playing at the spirit of things. Here's the Irishman, Richie Byrne now with the throw. Cut off by Petrov. Space for Wallace. Closed down by Smith. Nasty late challenge. Advantage applied. It's not in Smith's character to do that deliberately, but it was certainly a sore one, I think, for Wallace. A very good play again from Considine. Yep. Judged the bounce extremely well.
Yeah, nearly got done with the bounce. I think Hartson just stands his ground there. Pushes Winter under the ball. Just recovered enough.
Tidy play by Crawford. That's McNaughton. Nicholson well forward. Won't get to that. Well, he's the player entrusted with the task of putting pressure on from midfield for Aberdeen. He's in the area of Neil Lennon, whereas it's Clark against Petrov in the other midfield position. Another raking kick out there from Boric. Well timed by Telfer. There's no offside because the ball was not going to Hartson. It would have been offside otherwise, I'm sure. The space here for Muirhead. Goes down rapidly though by Petrov. Well taken down by Crawford. Turned away by Telfer. Just the odd signs coming on that Aberdeen are beginning to believe a little bit more that they can get forward and cause some trouble.
Yeah, just need to make a few more passes in that midfield area. There's not a lot of space in there because both teams are very competitive. Pushing pressure on the ball. I think this is where Aberdeen are letting themselves down. Now look on the far side. There's a spare man all the time. It's just that switch of play that they're not doing quick enough.
This is McGeady drifting into the centre now, leaving the left flank there to Wallace. Here's Wallace now. That's a fine pass, sharp, first time pass. McGeady is nimble and tricky. And he's been fouled by McNaughton. It's a free kick to Celtic. A good late opportunity in the first half, perhaps, for Celtic.
Good strength from the young player here, McGeady. He's trying to stay on his feet.
Well, giving great credit, no question of a dive from the young man.
Richmond trying to let the play go. See if McGeady could get an advantage from that, but failed to do so.
Nakamura over the set piece. He's very accurate normally. All the big men up. McManus and Baldy with Hartson. And a wrestling match going on there with Hartson and Byrne. Well, Richie Byrne was the marker. And he stuck to his task very well here, but look how he's held off. Shrugged off, pushed off the ball as the ball's in the air.
Yeah, that's just good body strength there from John Hartson. Richie Byrne, there's a mismatch in weights there.
Manis with a header into space for Zurawski. Can he get there? Well, didn't matter. Diamond was following him all the way. Timed that extremely well. Carrying a big burden of responsibility. His two teammates in the three-man centre defence with very little first-team experience. 2 additional minutes to be added. A minimum of 2, of course, they always say. Doesn't often go beyond that. Here's Bobo Balde and now Nakamura. Byrne putting pressure on. It's with McManus. That's intended for Zurawski. The header challenge is made by Considine, who's an outstanding first half for Aberdeen. Header down there by Muirhead. Crawford now has options to the right. Jamie Smith in acres of space. That's a very ambitious pass. Smith had an acre over there on the far side. And he's showing his frustration too.
That passes on all the time, Joe. Whether it's on the left or on the right. There's a player. That's why they're playing 5 across the middle of the park, Aberdeen. There should be a player spare. It's just getting your head up and making that pass.
Final minute now of the first half of the stoppage time. Free kick, as a throw rather, to Celtic. Barely enough time for more than one attack, I would suggest. Here's Bobo Balde now in possession, and McManus. This may go long, I think, because of the time. But the habits have been bred into these players to keep passing the ball, not to go route one. Here's Zurawski and Nakamura. Back it comes to Telfer. And now Stephen McManus. Wallace playing further and further forward as the game has gone on. On that left-hand side, allowing McGeady to drift inside to link with Hartson and Zurawski. Patient play continues from Celtic, and that is the end of the first half. Jimmy Calderwood is satisfied. Only 11 players on each side. I love how they do that. They always count the players to start the second half. There have been no changes incidentally in either lineup. I'm sure that will change before very long. A remarkable statistic, 164 minutes without a goal from Celtic, and yet they have scored so far 41 goals in the league. More away from home, 23 away, 18 at home. Only 2 defeats, of course. Rangers at Ibrox by 3-1, and then that game last week against Dunfermline at home. They won the last 6 league games away from home, Celtic, whereas Aberdeen have only won 2 of the last 9 matches. Disappointing return for the investment made by Jimmy Calderwood in the summer. There goes Considine with Hartson, another confident piece of play by the youngster. Crawford once again on his own. Muirhead trying to support him on the left-hand side. Telfer's long ball over the head of Hartson and Considine. That's what Winter's for there, the sweeper roll. Tidying up. Balde's header. Gordon wants that to run for the throw. Well, once again, Aberdeen have lined up in that 3-4-3 starting formation. It was altered by events largely in the first half. But remember, Celtic only 1 corner kick in that first half, Mark.
Yeah, I think I failed to take the upper hand apart from all the possession that they did have. I think the boys in the studio were saying it's all been across the middle third of the pitch. Jimmy Calderwood will be the most happy of the 2 managers. I think he'll need to offer a little bit more in an offensive force.
Clark caught there by Petrov. Free kick to Aberdeen.
Yeah, very competitive it's been this afternoon in that area, as we said it would be. Not a lot of space. players always up against each other, snapping at ankles.
Nicholson to Diamond, is a good ball in. Wow, not quite far enough away from Borac though for Aberdeen.
Yeah, that's a great free kick, one off the training ground. He's on the diamond here. Yeah. Stevie Crawford just got caught the wrong side of Bobo Baldy there. Couldn't make his mind up whether he was going to go behind him or in front. In the end, an easy take for Borac.
Petrov dropping off Clark. They're expecting that header, which Julie arrived. Now it's with Lennon. Spin keeping the ball in. And the offside flag up as soon as Hartson played the ball. Well, Hartson complaining that the flag had got up late, but it didn't go up late really in terms of the new rules. He's been waiting until he played the ball. And then it went up straight away. Now Nicholson trying to assert himself more in the second half than he was able to do in the first, I think. So the pattern of play looking very much the same as it was in the first half, with Celtic getting a lot of possession, especially at the back and in the middle third. Forward comes McManus, and this is Wallace. Now Zurawski. McGeady. Lennon takes over. Nakamura comes short. That's when Aberdeen leave the ball with the back four. Quite content to allow Baldy and McManus to have the ball as much as they like, really. It's the first time we've had another challenge from Baldy in possession. Muirhead, the player doing that for Aberdeen. Well, route one this time from McManus. Confidence growing all the time. Pass lucky to reach Smith though. That's fine play. There's Clark. That's good running. Excellent running by Clark. Good servant he's become to Aberdeen. Now Muirhead to Smith. Space on the near side here for McNaughton, but no one has spotted him yet. That's a great pass. And Clark's flagged offside. Well, it was a brilliant pass from Jamie Smith. We wouldn't expect a flag for this.
It's better play from Aberdeen. Look at the little passes.
Just
very tight. Benefit of the doubt goes to the linesman there, who's directly in line. Good play from that man there.
Aim for the head of Hartson. Got it ahead of Considine, and it's sharp goalkeeping by Esson again. This is Considine. Very difficult ball for Crawford to take. Driven at him.
When playing up there on your own, you've got to get yourself into position, starting positions where you can't accept the ball all over the park. You can't come off your defender at 100 mile an hour and expect to get hold of that ball. It's a hard position to play.
The dilemma, I think, for Aberdeen now is whether they continue the way they are when there's been nothing conceded, or think in terms of someone like Darren Mackey joining Crawford in attack.
Yeah, I think that'll be probably come to fruition 10-15 minutes more into the game. I think quite content to play the way they're playing at the moment.
Great play by Byrne. Oh, he's taken out by Lennon in the end, but the way he took on Bobo Baldy was extremely impressive. Lennon's going to be yellow carded for his part of that. Well, look at this now. Baldy has a swipe here.
Good play from Byrne. Good strong play. Always tenacious. Always an in-your-face type player. Neil Lennon falling foul of that. Good play there from Richie Byrne. He had a good first half.
Fine opportunity again for Aberdeen. Jamie Smith's already shown his ability with the set piece. Charlie Ritchie by no means yellow card happy. 53 yellows and 2 reds in his 15 matches before today. Is there to be a variation here? Nicholson over the ball. It could be knocked short for Winter, who's got a very good strike with his right foot. Or will it be Smith? It's going to be Winter. Oh, it's brilliant! Jamie Winter for Aberdeen! From the set piece, Aberdeen take the lead. The man in the stand, Jimmy Collarwood, celebrates in front of Willie Miller.
Well, that is an excellent strike. It's cut to Fine's afternoon work off so far for that man coming in at short notice, but hard and low, down to the keeper's right-hand post. A super strike, just off the end. Man on the end of the wall just peels off, and he just places it. Fourth man in, right inside the post. Bullets, no chance. How delighted is that man there? Extremely.
Well, Jamie Winter's second goal for Aberdeen. One he'll not readily forget, that's for sure. Struck with great power. Playing Petrov came off the wall. He seemed to lose his footing there, creating the gap through which Winter drove the ball.
And the response to the question they asked just before that goal drop, do you think Aberdeen will add anything to the way that they're playing? I think right now they'll just keep plugging away. Celtic now have to come out.
Oh, this is great running by Smith. Muirhead's outside him. This needs a good delivery. Bounces behind Smith. Counter-attack now on. Aberdeen have lots of players forward. Celtic trying hard to get forward quickly, but Aberdeen getting men back very rapidly. Foul there by McNaughton on McGeady. That was absolutely right. Free kick has been given to Celtic, but they have had time, Aberdeen, to regroup in defence.
See that sort of play though, Jock. McNaughton there on McGeady. Aberdeen have been at it like that all afternoon. They've never give Celtic 1 second on the ball. And they're going to have to continue to do that now for the remainder of this game.
Gordon Strachan was very unhappy at losing that goal the way his team did. Here's Telfer working hard to win possession. Now it's with McManus. McGeady switching the play towards Nakamura. Richie Bunn about to make the tackle, showing his wholehearted enthusiasm, and that clash with Balde. Considine running out of space, he managed to keep that in, but it's awkward for Muirhead. Push from the back by Bunn, and the free kick goes to Celtic.
Richie Bunn's did a very good job on Nakamura, kept him very quiet.
There's Zurewski. Closed down well by Nicholson. Back it comes to Nakamura. It's a very good cross. And headed away there by Considine to Balde. Back to McGeady. It's a great finish. Brilliant equaliser by McGeady. Response from Celtic. Virtually instant.
That's the way you want your side to react. That's the way you wanted his side to react. More positive in that Aberdeen box. The ball was thrown in. That man shaking his head. Big guys are up there, lots of bodies in there. A little bit of panic from the Aberdeen defenders, but that is a clinical finish from a man bang in form, Aidan McGeady. Scrappy here, but it falls to that man, bang.
Well, but Aidan McGeady, his third goal of the season, his 8th in Celtic colours. Balde's shot was blocked, the ricochet. There was a real bit of panic in that defence at that point. Well, the game suddenly turned on its head. Well, 3 minutes is all that Aberdeen could hold the lead for. A game is normally transformed with the ball hitting the net. Here's Zurewski. He's offside. That must have been very close indeed. He had one of those arc runs that normally keeps him onside.
It's on the diamond, yeah. That's offside. Robbie Winter just standing up there. He's the man that should be calling it. It's the spare man. Getting that one spot on. Just got to have, two centre halves have got to have plenty of faith in the sweeper to call it right. Not to get drawn back. Done pretty well so far. That man will be delighted his team are back in it so quickly after conceding the goal.
Well, the last draw between the clubs is back in January 2003, nearly 3 years ago. 1-1 draw here at Pittodrie. Certainly nil-nil draws. Very unusual indeed in this fixture. It's been 11 years since that happened. Looked to be on the cards for a while though, until the breakthrough by Jamie Winter. What difference goals make? The game is still all even, but it's transformed because both teams have scored. Here's Hartson. Now Petrov. Celtic are ahead. Stilian Petrov once again.
How many times have we seen that sort of goal, that type of goal? That man will be very, very disappointed. We've seen it time and time again. The ball into Hartson, the run from Petrov. Petrov involved in the beginning there. Just ball, simple ball, a good turn. And a fumble from Essen. And that man, the quickest of the lot, following in front of the defender, getting his team 2-1 into the lead.
Well, it wasn't easy for Ryan Essen, but he will, I'm sure, blame himself. 7th goal of the season for Stilian Petrov, giving a hat-trick against Motherwell. The keeper very unhappy, I suspect.
Yeah, you'd expect a man in that sort of form to gobble up that. It's a pretty weak effort from John Hartson. Just an unclean take. And that's what happens, you get punished.
Diamond's given it away to Petrov. Well, Nicholson thought about a trip to change his mind very sensibly. Well, that's careless play by Nicholson. Big Diamond in trouble. Free kick this time. Nicholson will be tackling McGeady. Well, Aberdeen now have to look after themselves at this point. There's Jamie Smith being yellow carded for throwing the ball away, as we see that replay. Jamie Smith then gets so upset that he throws the ball away and gets the yellow card.
A little bit of frustration now, Jock getting in. Getting the side into the lead and then finding themselves down 2-1. There's the frustration. Yeah, no alternative but the referee there, but to brandish the yellow card.
Well, these are really troubled times for Aberdeen. One false move now and the game could go beyond them suddenly. In fact, they may be reflecting the worst thing they did was take the lead. It made Celtic very angry and responsive.
The discipline Aberdeen had leading up to the goal is what got them in the position, and now that discipline now is lacking. Yeah.
Callum Murray, the fourth official, being spoken to by the referee. Well, there's a problem in the crowd. I think that's what the referee wants Callum Murray to attend to with the security police here. Well, this is a worrying moment. The referee Richmond will allow the play to continue, but he has indicated his concerns. This might help Aberdeen. The police now being spoken to as Wallace flights that in. Up goes Hartson, and Essen will claim the ball. There's a key time in the match because Aberdeen suddenly have become extremely ragged.
Yeah, just their discipline's gone, Joe. Kill the excitement and euphoria of getting into the lead. The team's always most vulnerable when they've just scored a goal, and that's what's happened to Aberdeen. Got to get that composure back now, concentration. But is it too late?
Well, apparently there have been some coins thrown in the field down below us here in the Aberdeen half. And that's what's concerned the referee. Good challenge by Byrne. Off goes Nicholson. Smith takes over now. Lawton goes ahead of him. Good check inside by Smith. Assessing the options now. One of them on the far side is Muirhead. Smith again. Yeah, the pass isn't good enough. Possession yielded much too easily by Aberdeen.
A lot of pressure on that young man there, Jamie Smith. The man in form. What is expected of him. Playing against his old team as well. So it's important to keep going on about it, that discipline. Having the trust in each other to get each other going forward now for Aberdeen especially. Keep that discipline at the back.
Headed by Byrne. Pushing it back by Balde. Yeah, it's been spotted by the referee. Quickly taken free kick. Here's Chris Clark. Aberdeen now with no option but to try to come forward. Muirhead, not having the happiest of days. That's Lennon. Flick on, the good one by Hartson towards Zurawski, who's been remarkably quiet in the match so far, Mark.
Yeah, I think first game back for a long while out. Looking at a hamstring injury up against England. It's been a couple of months back now. Looking short of first team football. I'm sure Maloney might get a little introduction. I think the same maybe said for Darren Mackey from Aberdeen.
Came off the chest of Considine straight to Hartson. That's Petrov's pass. McGeady now. Stepping inside McNaughton. Wallace available on the outside. This is Nakamura. And now it's Zurawski. Telfer's pass. Zurawski again. Hartson's onside. Couldn't get beyond Diamond, but he won a corner. Well, there's the Aberdeen captain, Russell Anderson, declared unfit to play this afternoon after a migraine headache yesterday, from which he didn't fully recover. So Nakamura will take this corner kick. Short option available, dummied by McGeady for Telfer. That's good play by Telfer. Excellent play by Telfer. His first goal for Celtic. And surely now the points are safe.
What a super move that was, Jock. That was straight off the training ground. I've been through that a few times. Super worked set play from the corner. Everybody knew what they was doing there. That man must be delighted when you work so hard in a week for a goal like that to come off. The step over, little touch past the Aberdeen defender and a crash into the far post. Essen no chance, and a super first goal for Telfer, taking his team 3-1 and maybe out of sight in this game now.
Oh, it's a
super strike.
Great goal by Telfer. It's first for the club, and he certainly made some people very happy indeed on that Celtic bench when he scored, I can tell you. A dance of delight from Gordon Strachan. And always something particularly special about a set piece coming off like that. Oh, what a turnaround in the game.
I think they're absolutely right, and Gordon Strachan with the reaction he's had from his side going 1-0 down, and the response he had so quickly after conceding.
Well, what do Aberdeen have left? Do they have the kind of determination and resilience? Clark plays with great enthusiasm. Appeals for handball, but that surely was massively hopeful. He was driven against the player. There could have been a deliberate handball there. Headed on by Diamond. Here's Considine. And just that little spell when Aberdeen lost their discipline after scoring. Now it's Clark back to Smith. That's a very good pass from McNaughton. Driven ball in is thumped away very effectively by McManus.
More commitment now for the wider players on the Aberdeen side to get themselves forward.
And here's the handball appeal. See here, there's Chris Clark pumping the ball in. Well, he wasn't even looking at the ball, Telfer.
Outside the box anyway, Joe.
Yep. Easy for Boruc in the end, attacking the ball from his goal line. Well, how the game can be turned on its head. Aberdeen taking that lead from Jamie Winter's free kick. And then within, 11, 12 minutes, they're 3-1 down. Flurry of activity. Here's McManus. But it was a time, wasn't it? When they went ahead, Aberdeen, they needed some real experience and control to take the leadership.
Keep your concentration, keep everybody level-headed. You can see the differences they scored. The difference around the ground as well with the supporters. The pressure had been taken off and everybody seemed to relax in a red shirt.
Lovely play from Celtic. Petrov and Nakamura together. Petrov again finding some space away from Clark suddenly. Zurawski to chase, he's offside. Well, instructions coming from Jimmy Calderwood to the bench. And maybe there's some change. Willie Miller, director of football and long-time captain of the club here. There's Jamie Winter now. It's good play by Winter. Well blocked by Lennon. Back with McNaughton for Jamie Smith to take over. This is Clark. Well, what an attempt, and remember now, I wonder what that's done to your thoughts about the man of the match. The competition is available now to name your player, the match star of Mark Headley, and then you may win the signed shirt from that man of the match. These are the numbers to call from either from the UK or the Republic of Ireland, and the text addresses to use, and candidates have emerged very suddenly in the last quarter hour or so.
And again, has had another good game. So it's his first goal for his club.
McNaughton with McGeady. The throw goes to Celtic. Well, in terms of winning championships, it's matches like this that you look back upon and think, well, this is really quite important. Going behind at that time in the game when goals are so much of a premium for Celtic. You need something a little bit special to get back into the game.
I think that's why Gordon Strachan will be delighted with the response he's had and how quickly that the team did respond. Test the mettle. Also the confidence of your team. It's been a great response. So in total command of this game now in such a short space of time.
Ryan Eston wins the race there with Hartson. Considine again can get on the ball. Well, his delivery with the passing hasn't been up to the standard of his defending so far, but that's not too surprising in one so young.
3-1 scoreline, and the Hearts are not on the score sheet yet, Joe.
Yes, interesting. Scott Muirhead may be withdrawn shortly. He's just handed over that throw to Richie Byrne. Back again with Considine. Good and drink to Balde, that kind of cross. It's Telfer now. Hartson allowing the ball to bounce. Winter in behind him. The layoff was effective. Well, it's very good reading of the play by Clark. Knew exactly where Hartson would play that pass.
He's had an excellent game, Clark. For his team, he's been non-stop.
Here's McManus. The run is made by McGeady in behind McNaughton. Corner kick conceded. Well, Aberdeen needs something really quite quickly, I think, to make them believe again they can take something from the match.
I think they possibly need some fresh legs. I think there's a lot of the red shirts out there have expelled a lot of energy.
Well, Darren Mackey's are waiting to come on right now. Balde challenging, and it's robbed there weakly by Essen. Combination of Hartson and Balde for the high ball. Yeah, Darren Mackey is ready for action over in the dugout area. Scott Muirhead's the player who's going to be taken off. Throw to Aberdeen. Now the decision has been made. It is indeed Scott Muirhead who's going off. Wasn't really the happiest of occasions, the 21-year-old.
It was a very quiet game. Not a lot of impact on the game. We're hoping that man has a bigger impact. With the instructions, go out there and win the game for us, son.
Well, he has gone 8 games without a goal, Darren Mackey, but he has scored 3 times in 14 matches against Celtic. Here he goes again, straight involved, trying to win that from Lennon. The header on. There's a chase possibility for Nicholson. Swept away there by Telfer, straight to Considine. This is Smith. Showed enough of that to Fittrell. This is Diamond with Zurawski. That's good play. Under pressure there from Petrov. McGeady also did well. This is Zurawski again. Held up by Winter. There's McGeady aiming now for Hartson and finding him. Hartson against Considine. The youngster's done well. Have to do well again, mind you. Run for the goal kick.
A fantastic cross ball there to John Hartson. Thought he was just going to get that down on his chest and pull the trigger, fire it back across the goal. Great ball from McGeady there, inch perfect, great control. I thought he was just going to fire there. Considine did very, very well again.
Well, Adam Virgo is now warming up for Celtic. May come on shortly. Allen's pass, I think it was intended for McGeady, but it's collected by Zurawski. There's Wallace. And now Zurawski. This is Balde. Very obvious. Picked up well by Considine. Here's Richie Byrne. He has Cropper available on the left. He's switched out there to allow Mackie to play through the centre. Well, headed by Balde. He's given McGeady an opportunity here on the left-hand side. Zurawski's ahead of him. And McNaughton is quick enough to match that run.
Yeah, it's knowing your players when you're playing that ball. One of the quickest players, McNaughton on the park.
Sean Maloney too, I think, going to come on shortly. Here's Paul Telfer. Woolwich had to hurry. Well, just a very bad 10-minute spell for the Aberdeen defence.
That's when you play against any good time. You let your concentration drop, your guard fall, you get punished. The good teams do punish you. Celtic got goal scorers throughout the side. It's a simple lack of concentration. At the moment it's costing Aberdeen anything from this game.
Well, Mackie and Balde in a little tussle there. The result is a goal kick to Celtic. No argument either from Darren Mackie about that. So a change going to be made here. It's Zurawski who's being withdrawn. Well, perhaps not fully tuned up after his hamstring injury. And Sean Maloney replaces him. Well, he'll get a very warm welcome from Celtic supporters after his injury problems.
It's a good workout for Zurawski. First game back. Not looked the sharpest, but he's got through the game. Not telling in effect. Another man out. Sean Maloney through injury and gets his chance yet again.
Well, like for like, he's gone into Zurawski's position, straight through the middle with Hartson. McManus playing a very good pass to Maloney. The ball straight away now against Winter. Aiming there for Hartson, who slipped as the ball was delivered. He wouldn't have got it anyway. Well, what can Aberdeen do about this now? Have they got the firepower? Have they got the will? Have they got the stamina to come back?
That's the thing. Have they got the stamina? Have they got a belief? I think they're committing players forward enough. The wider areas have started to get the wider men going now. We've got new legs and Mackie up front. But do they have the belief? The more they push forward, the more gaps they leave at the back as well. A lot of space now being created in the midfield area, but that man is not afraid to take a gamble and commit players forward. The game's, as far as he is concerned, now is lost.
Yes, all he can do is make an impact by doing something adventurous. There again, doesn't want to have a drubbing either, so there's a balance to strike. It's a third goal that's been all the difference, really. Had it been 2-1, they could have pegged away and battled away for an equaliser, but they're much more adventurous in the context of being 2 goals behind so late in the game. All neat and tidy play now from Celtic. Everyone happy to take the ball too. Ross Wallace has done well at left back. Obviously expected a tough test from Jamie Smith, but haven't even been defending enough to make that not as big a task as it might have been. That's great play by Nakamura, Nutmeg and Byrne, who won't appreciate that one little bit. I think they might tell for the first tackling opportunity he gets. Players don't like being made fools of, do they? Here's Lennon. Back it comes to McManus. Well, they just keep the ball now. Celtic perfectly happy to do that. Byrne is following Nakamura all over the place.
Celtic are doing continuing to do what they've done right from the first whistle. You know, keep the ball, recycle the ball, retain the ball.
Byrne to Clark. Now McNaughton. This is Smith. Well, McGeady getting back at him. He's added that to his game the last few weeks, Aidan McGeady. Capacity to get back and help in defence. And that's return with interest by Smith. Oh, good play by McNaughton. He was fouled there by Maloney. And if he's given the free kick, and it became clear McNaughton wouldn't get there ahead of Wallace. So the free kick goes to Aberdeen, and Jamie Smith will take it. Not too many targets in there. Xander Diamond has gone forward. Considine to Clark. Now Byrne. Mulligan earns the throw from here. Well, Aberdeen desperately looking for a little bit of inspiration, a flash of real imagination to get them back in the match. Jamie Smith's gone across to get involved on the left-hand side. He has to settle again for a throw. At this stage of the match, you need a lot of energy to move around to receive throw-ins, and that, of course, energy has been sapping in the last little while.
Energy sapping conditions as well, with the rain, the heaviness of the pitch, Joe, as well.
Well, Jamie Smith will not get this throw. Goes to Celtic. Well, a glow about Paul Telfer, I suspect. Especially when he's ever present all season, and he's now found it out for the first time in Celtic colours. Winter had to be stronger against McGeady. Oh, he's going to win it again. Should have been picked up by Wallace. Now it's Nicholson. Mackey laying it down there for McNaughton. On the far side, there's space for Smith to attack Telfer, playing the cross. McManus did well. Nicholson can retrieve it if he wants. He decides not to bother and take the throw. Well, that was very easily won there by Celtic by McGeady. Oh, clearly fouled. Not sure he was going anywhere, but he was certainly fouled.
Just running off an alleyway there. Nicholson just catching him late. And like they say, getting the free kick. A good second half performance. McGeady, excellent strike for the Celtics' first goal.
Now Ross Wallace. What's your feeling about his performance at left back?
Yeah, I think he's done very well. I think the circumstances. Coming in there. Place on Kamara as well.
I'll give Winter the credit for looking up and seeing the possibility briefly. Trying to chip that over a 6'4" goalkeeper. Well, not too easy. Got a bit of imagination there from Winter. Former Scotland youth captain. From Leeds United. Changed tactics now, Aberdeen. They pushed Winter into midfield, central midfield. To back four now. McNaughton, Diamond, Considine and Byrne. Nicholson on the right, Winter and Clark in the middle. Smith over on the left-hand side, and it's Mackey through the middle with Crawford. 4-4-2 now for Aberdeen. Well, they don't look like a team who believe, do they? What?
I don't think so. I think after the second goal went in, I think you could see everybody's heads in the red shirts sort of dropping. And they knew as soon as that had gone in, it was always going to be an effort. And it created a lot of opportunities in the Celtic goalmouth, and I think when they got the first goal up, I think it was just a sigh of relief that they'd got that advantage. A short-lived one at that.
There's a great tackle there by Considine on Hartson once again. He was about to send Nakamura clear. Lennon doing well. Turned away eventually by Clark. It's still a goal kick to Celtic. Well, don't forget, the man of the match competition. You may have formed a view already. See if your selection is the same as that of Mark Hateley. Just 8 minutes of the match left. These are the numbers to call, the text addresses to use. And the number of candidates, I think it's not glaringly obvious, is it?
There's been some up to the 0-0. There was a lot of candidates, and I'd say a couple of those probably been in the red shirts defensively. All that sort of changes. 3 goals against the defence, but there's been some good all-round performance as well in the hoop shirts.
Petrol holding it wide. Here's McGeady. Back it comes to Wallace. Diamond has to be quick. He gets there to Maloney. Good challenge by Diamond, who's taken a knock in the process. He'll need some attention, I suspect, and the referee wants the ball out of play. Well, it didn't go out of play, but he did blow up, I think, sensibly, because Diamond does appear to be in some distress.
Yeah, just stretching. He made a good tackle there. Sean Maloney putting on the stacks of pressure. Just getting across there. Just getting yourself caught up with his ankle.
Well, I wonder if he's just stretched even a stomach muscle, something in the pelvic area.
Elastics tackle, stretching, long legs.
He did very well to get to the ball, but instantly was in some trouble.
Just holding the back of his back, his hamstring, or
the groin area maybe. Or the
just
back,
twisted himself. Seems to be okay.
So John Hartson may be coming off. Hasn't found the net. Remarkable. His record quite astonishing. 101 goals and 180 appearances, and it's going to be Adam Burgo who has the opportunity to get involved here.
Not on the score sheet though, but influential on the Celtic road to recovery, involved in the goal.
Well, very much so. Always makes a contribution. I think a better player gets credit for. A long ball from Boric straight towards Hartson. He lets this bounce. Diamond's back on the field. Appears to have made a recovery. That was Considine picking out Mackey. Now it's Smith to attack Telfer. That's good play by Smith again. Here's Clark. McNaughton supporting. This is better play from Aberdeen. Baldy underneath the ball there, but Mackey not able to get in behind him. Just over 5 minutes, or 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go, and looks comfortable at the moment for Celtic. Here's Maloney now, one-on-one with the keeper. Can he do it all by himself? Well, he's a posse chasing him. That made him hurry it. And Ryan Essen made the save.
Super save from Essen there. One mistake during the game. It's cost his side big time. He made a great save in the first half. Stayed very big there. Another good save.
Played forward by Wallace for Petrov, who's got away from Chris Clark. Here's Maloney again, and fine goalkeeping by Essen. Well, yes, very good chance.
Great piece of skill, showing good pace as well, keeping going away from the defence. Essen, the match to that on that occasion.
Back with Winter. That's a very good pass from Winter to Crawford. And turned away by McManus. Aberdeen still probing and looking a little more dangerous now in this 4-4-2 formation. Winter now in the centre of midfield. Here's Clark. Here's Diamond. Across it comes to Clark. Baldy, the winner against Mackey, as you might expect. Well, Can't spell the name of Boric there. The U and the O in the wrong places. After Boric. Well, it's not as if it's Jakinovsky, which would have been much tougher.
Yeah, sack the kit manager.
Hartson going on, giving a round of applause to Hartson for his contribution, despite not getting a goal. He has led the line very well, and Adam Virgo replaces him and plays up front. So Virgo is on, and he's in for his 5th appearance. 1 start, 4 as sub. Here's Wallace. McNaughton getting there ahead of McGeady. Diamond plays it long, and there'll be no chance of Mackie doing much with that. Well, that's the kind of ball that Hartson was winning a short time ago. He's no longer there. Offside against Mackie. Came back from an offside position. Aberdeen now look beaten, I think, Mark.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're pretty spot on there. I think Celtic now just playing out this game. Remarkable comeback.
There's no real complaint about the result either. I mean, the better side is winning.
I think so. On second half performance, I think Aberdeen up to getting the first goal, I thought it was pretty even Steven, and then the goal for Celtic came, and I think it's been a complete turnaround. There's only been one team in it, and one team ever likely to win this game.
Well, that's interesting there. Jamie Winter put 2 Celtic players to the deck and then debated things with Neil Lennon. Robin Strachan entitled to be content with this second half comeback. No doubt about that. Conversation with Tommy Barnes there. Petrov with Virgo. Interception made by McNaughton. He's given it straight to Wallace. Here's Lennon. Petrov again. Very tough man to match for 90 minutes, as Chris Clark has found out. Virgo's pass reaches Telfer. Here's Nakamura. Snapping at his heels was Byrne. Very aggressive player.
Yeah, committed player. Very committed. Byrne. Nakamura pretty quiet for the duration. A wee little nutmegs on the far 5 that embarrassed him. All in all, a pretty good game.
Jamie Winter just been spoken to by the referee. So with a couple of heavy tackles a moment or 2 ago, and a bit of a debate with Lennon. Considine strong into the back of Maloney. That looked to be a foul. Here's Crawford. It's a very quiet match. We're going to have 3 additional minutes at the end of the game. Is that going to make any difference for Aberdeen? It doesn't look like it at the moment, but goal would change all that. Lennon's clearance reaches Maloney. This is Petrov. Clever play, and won well by Virgo, but given away to Mackie. Nicholson and McNaughton together. Too high for Crawford. Thankless task Stevie Crawford had when he was the sole striker in the first half,
yeah, it's a difficult,
particular, but he's had a tough time.
It's a hard position to play. You've got to be able to use your head and seek out space and create an angle where you're coming off defenders to make sure the ball sticks in.
Baldy intercepts the header played in by Smith. This is Virgo again. Robbed neatly by Byrne. Now Nicholson. There's Smith again. Running straight into Petrov. They're very good friends, these two. Celtic together. A warm greeting before the match between them. Back it comes to Boric. Well, an error there by Considine, and a chance here for Virgo. Was it handball? Oh yes, it was handball. The flag has been waved there on the far side. Ryan Essens in serious trouble here. Well, this would really cap the whole day for Aberdeen. It's yellow. That's not so bad.
Fortunate there.
Very relieved.
Very, very fortunate, Ryan Essens there as well. I think the referee could have just let that go and played and see what happened here. Virgo was always going to be favourite.
Although
Diamond stuck the ball in the back of the net, yeah.
Diamond stopped, in fairness, I think. but he's taking the view that there was other cover around in the form of Xander Diamond. I think that's a very sensible decision by the referee. Yeah, a red card really would have been extremely severe in all the circumstances.
At this state of the game anyway.
We're in the final minute of stoppage time. Can Celtic finish with a flourish? Nakamura's trying, all right. Oh, he's very good with that left foot. Superb left foot he has.
That's a great technique. It's only just over the upright there. Nice and well beaten.
Well, the stand's emptying at Pittodrie. The Aberdeen supporters realise that the die is now cast well and truly. It's been a very convincing performance in the end from Celtic after a sluggish first half. They responded well to the opening goal from Jamie Winter. Winter could do nothing with that. And we're now past the limited time. Gordon Strachan has returned to Pittodrie, the Celtic manager, his home club for so long, for 7 years, back in the late 70s, early 80s, and he leaves with a victory. There's the final whistle. Jimmy Collerwood goes down from the stand. Handshakes among the management staff there, both clubs. Aidan McGeady got that a very important goal. Stilian Petrov got the second, and then there was a classic from Paul Telfer, all after Jamie Winter's excellent set-piece goal, which gave the lead. But Paul Telfer scored the pick of the bunch, I would suggest, to take the game beyond Aberdeen in the 64th minute. The Aberdeen players depart disappointed. Gordon Strachan waves his players across to the supporters to acknowledge their attendance so far from home. And in the end, Celtic running out good, convincing winners. There can be no doubt about the entitlement to win this match. And the Celtic fans enjoying the fact the team has gone back to the top of the league, a point ahead of Hearts. And there was the opening goal from Winter, which